In the opening scene, we are introduced to Wilson, an 81-year-old assassin on his final assignment. He receives a photo of the target along with one depicting the target's house in the island of Fuerteventura. Upon arriving on the island, Wilson locates the house but finds it empty, so he leaves and reports to his boss that the target is absent. He is instructed to remain on the island until the target returns. Wilson sees this as an opportunity for a vacation and decides to stay. We then see Wilson in a bar talking with the bartender, a young girl named Gloria who seems to enjoy the company of the old man. They talk about a ship, the American Star. Gloria says the shipwreck is somewhere on the island and that she knows where it is, and maybe one day they will go see the site together. One night, when Wilson is walking down the street, he hears a voice from the trunk of a car, so he opens it. A man gets out and thanks Wilson for freeing him. Now, I don't know the point of this scene, it was a waste of time and resources and completely irrelevant to the plot. Anyway, in the next scene, Wilson is at the beach where he meets up with his nephew, Ryan, who is also an assassin working for the same organization. They chat over lunch and beer. Ryan says he's here to make sure everything is alright and offers to help his uncle with the job. But Wilson doesn't accept, saying he works alone. Ryan then tells him the target will be back on the island in a couple of days and that he should enjoy the island, wear something a tourist might wear on vacation instead of a suit. He then reminds Wilson about their number one rule as assassins: the less you know about the target, the better. The following day, Wilson bumps into Gloria at a beach store. They discuss the shipwreck and Gloria offers to show it to him. With nothing else to do, Wilson accepts. So they drive to the site. Gloria reveals that the ship has been stranded since 1990 to be sent back to Texas, intended for use as a prison, but remaining on the island instead. As they prepare to leave, the ship begins to sink further. Reflecting on its age, Wilson notes it's not much older than himself. Wilson then drives Gloria back home. Gloria thanks him and invites him for lunch the next day. Wilson, being the bored 81-year-old dude that he is, accepts the offer. The next day, he buys flowers and goes to the house. When he goes inside, he sees Gloria's mother, a real estate agent. Turns out Gloria is trying to set Wilson with her mother. They chat over beer and after having lunch, they enjoy their time dancing. To Wilson, this feels like being part of a family he never had before. When Wilson leaves and is going back to the hotel, he notices Ryan following him, so the two confront each other. As it turns out, Ryan has been tracking his uncle and did a search on Gloria. Finding out that she has a relation with their target and that she's been in prison before for drug trafficking. Ryan is pissed at Wilson for being too careless and forgetting about rule number 1. Wilson tells his nephew to trust him and that he'll take care of it. At the beach, Gloria is swimming while Wilson is going through Gloria's camera. He sees pictures of her and Ryan. Turns out Ryan has been banging her. Wilson is pissed and confronts Gloria, asking about his target and his relation to her. She responds that he is a client of her mom and that she delivers groceries to his house every now and then. Wilson then tells her to stay away from him and leave the island. He then tells her he knows about her dirty past and that she's been imprisoned, calling her a liar. She is pissed and gets out of the car and storms off. In the next scene, the target is back at the house with his wife when Wilson busts in and shoots them both, killing them. But just as he's about to leave, he hears the sound of a bike. It is Gloria with a guy coming to visit their client. When she gets in, she is horrified to see the dead bodies. Wilson, who's still at the scene having whiskey, like a badass killer, tells her it is not too late and to leave the island and that she never saw him. At this moment, Ryan enters the room and shoots Gloria. He then proceeds to kill Gloria's friend. Wilson takes Gloria in his arms as she's taking her last breaths, asking about her mom. Wilson says she'll be fine and that he'll take care of her. Gloria then dies. Wilson is furious that his nephew interfered with his job and that he killed Gloria. He confronts Ryan and points his gun at him. In the ending scene, we see uncle and nephew driving to the shipwreck, where Wilson takes Ryan's dead body in his arms and walks towards the ship, the American Star. But we don't see what happens, so they both drown? I don't know. All we get to see is the ship, now completely sunk underwater.